goal with this video is to make sure that this is the last video you watch on how to conquer fear for 2025 and forevermore throughout all aspects in life. Today I'm going to discuss how to conquer fear in 2025 in a very realistic way. So if you actually want to hear more of that, stick around and don't forget to click the subscribe button down below and hit notifications bell and actually comment down below what you think that people should do to actually overcome fear, because I'll be checking comments. Anyway, let's get into the video. Now, the first point I would like to distinguish here on fear is to change how we look at it. Now, what I mean by that is that because I believe that life is a perspective, it just depends on how we look at it. Instead of looking at fear as something that is so bad and so demoralizing and so shaming, why don't actually look at it as a stepping stone, as a milestone, as a motivator that we should actually do something, because it is fearful. You know what I mean? We should, my bad, we should actually look at it as something that we should strive for daily, or consistently rather, that we should strive for on a consistently daily basis, that we should actually do things because we are afraid, and we shouldn't actually, maneuver around it because we are afraid, because what I found is that on the other side of fear is actually the thing that we want. On the other side of fear lives the life we actually want. I'm talking in everything, all aspects of life, financially, physically, spiritually, mentally, On the other side of that fear is actually the thing we actually want, is actually our deepest desires. So we should actually confront it instead of shy away from it. Think about how, some of us in life are where we are because of fear. Think about where we could have been if we weren't so afraid of doing something. I think I also look at my channel journey, my YouTube journey. I started the channel back in the day. Well, not back in the day, it's not that old, but when I started this channel, I thought about how on earth am I gonna get to 100 subscribers? Why do people even watch videos like this? But last year we actually passed 100 subscribers. So this just goes to show that on the other side of fear lives the life we want, lives what we actually want. Now, the second tip on how we can actually conquer fear is to confront it, is to deal with it head on. If you're afraid of asking a question in class, just raise up your hand and actually, I'm going to actually show you a process that you can do to actually confront fear, or confront something that you've been wanting to do for a very long time. Maybe start a YouTube channel, maybe it's to be on your influencer journey on Instagram or TikTok. The thing with fear is that we know it's there. We can feel it. You know what I mean? And it actually builds some sort of resistance to where we are, to where we want to be. So by actually confronting it, we're actually getting where we want to be and moving from where we actually are. So by confronting it, there's a process that I also like to use. Is to say, if you want to do something that you're afraid of, you can just count to 3 and say 1, 2, 3, and actually do the thing. Like, don't even ask yourself any question, don't even hesitate. Or you can go from 3 to 1, or you can use, or you can cut up to 5 or 10, whichever number works for you. But you can actually use that to actually conquer your fear. Not conquer it, well, we are conquering it, but these are the steps that we can take to conquer it. We can actually confront that fear head on, deal with it head on. Don't even think about it. We shouldn't even hesitate to do that. But it's easier said than done, right? I'm sure that's what you're probably saying right now. But with our next tip, I'm going to actually show you how we can actually. Now, the last and final tip is that we should. Now, our last and final tip is that. Now, I know some of you may disagree with this, but we should actually live with it. Like, we should actually live with fear. Now, not in a bad way, because considering that we took the point that we should actually change how we see it, this only works if you actually put it in order. Like, change how you see it, confront it, and then live with it. Because if you don't look at it in a bad way, then it becomes easier to live with and easier to confront, because you're not looking at it in a bad way. And we don't like bad things as human beings, it's common sense. But we should change the way we look at it, confront it, and then live with it. Like we should actually, I heard it for a post by Layla on Instagram. She said you should actually carry it around like in our handbag. Like you put it in your handbag, it's there. You don't have to constantly check it out every 5 minutes to see that it's there, because we know that it's there, and it's actually not affecting us in a bad way, because every one of us has bad traits that we don't like about ourselves, or things that are just happening that we don't like. So fear should actually be part of the things that we do like, that we do confront, that we are not afraid of. We shouldn't be afraid of confronting fear. You know what I mean? Because if we're afraid of confronting fear, the fear will conquer us instead of us conquering it. So my goal with this video is that this should be the last video you watch on how you can actually conquer fear and get over it. Because that is actually holding us back from a lot of things in life, from a lot of opportunities, from meeting a lot of people, So we should actually conquer fear and let it go, and actually let it be part of our lives. But it shouldn't be something that holds us back. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, and I hope that I'll see you in the next video. Comment down below what you think, and actually what other things that people can do to actually overcome fear that you think that would be very useful. But anyway, until next time.